Yesterday, I competed in my very first powerlifting competition. After 3.5 years of training, it was finally time to see how I stacked up on the platform. So in this video, I'm gonna take you through the entire competition from weigh-ins to my final deadlift and show you how it all turned out. But if there's one message I could give you from this experience, it's please sign up for your first powerlifting competition. If you haven't already, it's something that I wish I did a long time ago. The powerlifting community is so welcoming. Everyone is so nice. It's a lot of fun. I was competing with people half my age and people twice my age, and everyone is just so inspiring and so strong. And I left there feeling even more motivated to train harder, and I think you can too. So let's dive right in. All right, I'm here outside Legacy Barbell, about to do my weigh-in the day before the competition. It's 9 a.m. and I've been fasting. Trying to reduce my weight as much as possible for this weigh-in. I know it's probably only going to make a difference of a pound or two, but everything counts when you're calculating your DOT score, so why not? But after this, I'm definitely going to get some Starbucks and then head to work. All right, let's go weigh in. All right, I just got to work. I weighed in at 79.8 kilograms, which is well under the 82.5 kilogram limit for my weight class. They had combo racks set up so I could get my rack heights for bench and squat right after they checked gear. And then for weigh-ins, we went into a room with the organizer and we stood on a scale. After I was done, he said that usually people weigh in their underwear, but I kept my pants on. I didn't know, but it doesn't matter because I was far away from my limit for the weight class max. So no biggie. All in all, it took 40 minutes from the time I got in there to get out, so it does take some time. But now all there is to do is eat some carbs and rest, get a good sleep tonight, and get ready for competition day starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Let's go! All right, so here's my first lift of the day. My opener for squats is 320 pounds. And here's where I make my first mistake of the lift. I didn't pay attention to where I was unracking, and I had an imbalance. I had to put it back down on the rack, shift it over, take a closer look, and when I unracked it the second time, it was slightly unbalanced the other way, but I was just like, fuck it, just go for it. I figured out the balance. And then I absolutely sank this one, went right up quick, felt pretty good. I was sweating hard from my re-rack situation. Coming into my second attempt, this one's at 336 pounds. I went up by 7.5 kgs because that one felt good, but I still wasn't sure how much to go up. So I was a little bit conservative, and I absolutely sink this one again. It swings right back up, no problem. I also paid a lot more attention to where I was unracking and the balance that time, and I lined my fingers up better on the bar. It was a Texas bar, which I have never lifted with before, so that was a little bit weird. Here's my third attempt at 353 pounds. And again, sink this one. There's a little bit of a slowdown on the way up, but I'm smiling because this is a PR, a 3-pound PR for me, and I think I had a little bit more in the tank there. Probably would have liked to put 2.5 more kilograms on that one. Here's my first bench attempt, which is a 2-plate start. I was very conservative with this. I can do 225 for reps, but I just wanted to get something on the board, learn the commands. So this flew up with ease. When I walked back over to the guys, they were like, "Put some weight on the bar, would you?" And I was laughing. So I put some weight on the bar for this next one, which was at 248 pounds. Paused this one well, and it flew right back up. I felt a little bit overconfident here, so I decided to add 5 kgs on for a 9-pound PR. 250 was my last best. And going down here, had an easy pause, and again, it flew back up for my third attempt. I think I should have put another 5 kgs on that, but we live and we learn. Coming up to my first deadlift here. Opener is 375 pounds, really conservative, just wanted to get on the board. So went out there, and this one floats up quite nicely, no real problem. My second attempt, I went up by 10 kgs to 397 pounds. I was wussing out a little bit here. I probably should have jumped a little bit higher, but you know, we live, we learn. So this one again came up with some ease, and based on the way it felt, I wasn't actually sure if I should go up to 190 kg, but I decided to go for a 4-pound PR, and let's see what happens here. I was super nervous going into this, but I just did what I knew how to do, and it goes up. There was a little bit of a slowdown there in the lockout, but no problem. I think I probably had at least another 2.5 kgs. So if I could summarize the experience into 3 pieces of advice, I would say number 1, don't get too caught up in how you do and your results. Just try and have a good time. It's your first meet. You know, there's no expectation for you to win anything. Just go try and meet some people and have a good time, and then you've already won. Number 2 is don't be afraid to bump up your third attempts. In my case, you know, especially if you have 2 successful attempts in your first and second and it's feeling good, I underestimated myself in all 3 of my lifts. I even did bump up my third attempts by 2.5 kilograms from what I intended, but it turned out I left probably 2.5 to 7.5 kilograms on the table in all 3 of my lifts, and I think I probably should have just had a little bit more confidence in myself. And number 3 would be don't set your openers too high. I didn't have that issue, but someone who went right before me did, and they bombed out on their bench press, and they were just completely choked up about it. Keep in mind this was someone in the junior category, so maybe some lessons to learn there in dealing with ego when lifting, and just trying to set something reasonable to start. We all need to learn that at some point. Myself included, had to learn how to drop ego and just set a really realistic opener. But yeah, don't make that mistake. Set something that you know you can do 3 reps of on a bad day, and that there'll be no problems. You can bump it up in your second and your third attempts. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next competitions in December, and we're really going to push those numbers. So let's go.